There are only 6 weeks left in the NFL season. The bye weeks are starting to wrap up. The playoff situation is starting to take shape. We have an idea about who is going to be playing football in January, but these all important games are still left to be played, and we have to find out who are frauds. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of the Haymakers predicting the NFL. I'm Nikki V. That's Leah the Squirrel. That's Voice of Reason.
You almost grabbed my name.
And it's because I was like on a roll there, and whenever I get on a roll like that, my brain just goes. Sometimes.
Go. Yeah, we're almost almost there. This week we tied. We all got 5 games wrong.
Wow.
we got the line, and what's interesting is that we got with three games. All 3 of us predicted wrong: the Lions, the Saints, and the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then dispersed in between like each one of us getting 2 wrong. So mine was the Bucks and the Texans. Leah, yours was the Seahawks and the Cardinals for some reason, and Nikki, unfortunately, you picked the Panthers and the Browns.
Yeah, I knew that was a bad decision, and I did it anyway, and you can't stop me.
Oh God! So yeah, current records. Nikki and Leah tied at 108 and 73. I am 103 and 78, and the coin 84 and 96.
It's bad this, y'all.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were the only ones to pick the Jets, so go figure.
The only one to pick the Jets. The only one to pick the Bengals with their backup quarterback. The only ones who took the Panthers besides me on a whim.
As well as the Browns and the Cardinals.
Yeah. A lot of bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Who would make those?
Lots of people. But anyway, Thanksgiving is over. We had a I can't really say a good week of football. We had a long week of football, weekend of football.
We had a week of football. It certainly was one of them.
Yes. So, and with that, let's go right into our winners and losers for the week. I will start off with mine. Winner of the week is... Wait, hang on. That can't be right. The Broncos are my winners.
5-game winning streak. Brandon Perna is insufferable.
Brandon Perna is happy. Hopium is real.
Actually, I can't even say he's insufferable because he deserves this.
They're also my winner of the week. I will point out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. All right. Yeah, Broncos. I don't know what it is, but they turned their season around from going from 1-5 to now 6-5.
Right.
As Utri said in Spotsball video, hopium is one hell of a drug.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But my loser for the week, it stinks, but the entire state of Ohio. Let's talk about the one that was
Ohio stay losing.
God. Just the entire state of Ohio. So let's start with the one that was the obvious one. Of course, the Bengals losing to the Steelers with a backup quarterback. That was pretty obvious. Browns versus the Browns. Browns are taking on the Broncos. I thought at least it'd be a defensive battle, but man, Broncos just tore up that defense, mostly because Myles Garrett got hurt. But man, the Ohio State Michigan game, God, that was disappointing. Like I was watching that live. They were coming back. They were on a drive, going right to the end. It felt like the Notre Dame game all over again, and then just Kyle McCord gets knocked into, and Michigan picks it off with at the 40-yard line. It sucked to see that after all the hard work those kids did.
Yeah. And now you've got to hope that Iowa is going to be the team that stops Michigan.
Well, we have to pray that Iowa beats Michigan. Either Oregon beats Washington, or Florida State loses to someone else. I forgot who's
Louisville.
Yeah, so one of
And
those
that's
three.
possible because Florida State is without Travis.
Ooh,
So
okay.
so that's possible.
Hey,
I could see it still happening.
yeah, it happened last year with K State. Well, I think it was like Kansas State beating. Was it Texas who was like the number 5 seed? I forgot who for it was last year, but Kansas
Something like that.
State won the Big 12 and it knocked out I think Oklahoma, which got Ohio State in to face off against Georgia. So that happens.
Right.
Georgia Ohio State rematch.
That'd be fun.
All right.
But yeah, it's crazy. Have you seen the stuff that Iowa's been doing this year? Like, they have been like, their defense is so fucking good, and their offense can't do anything. So like, the over under on these games are historically low. Like, there was one where the over under was 27 and a half.
Damn.
And it went under. And then another one where it went all the way down to 25 and a half. And the final score was 13-10. Like,
yeah, I'm not holding my breath for Iowa to get to beat Michigan. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, now Leah, you said your winner was Denver along with Maine.
Yes.
Who's your? Do you want to also get into that, or do you want to move on to your loser?
I actually have 2 winners.
Ooh, second one. Go ahead.
Tim Boyle. Wait a minute. That doesn't say winner. That says loser.
Ugh.
oh,
Oh.
Nice.
got
Nice 100-yard field touchdown.
Jeez.
Unfortunately, it went in the wrong direction.
Oh, good.
It is a shame that the Fail Mary has already taken.
No, it's the Jets, so it's the Hell Mary.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, it's been coined. We had. Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. Jets should not play on Thanksgiving ever anymore.
I thought you were just going to end that sentence with the Jets should not play.
I would understand if they put them on Thanksgiving if the year before they've won like a Super Bowl or done really well.
Yeah.
If they've won a Super Bowl or they made it to the conference, sure, let them have the important games. But at the moment, they're not good.
I know.
Who keeps putting them on TV? Stop it.
Yeah, it's circumstance what happened, but yeah,
It's not just the fact that they're on that they're on TV at important times. It's the fact that, hey, if you're gonna have them on those times, put them up against like the best team in the league so we can see them get rifle stomped.
Yeah. So, even going back, I do remember like the first Thanksgiving game, like that was not, like one of the, like the 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock games. I do remember like the first game they played at night. I think I recall it being like against the Bengals, and that was like a really fun game where I believe they won. But I want to say that was 2009 when that happened. But yeah, they were still showing promise. It was coming off of the Brett Favre season. We had a new coach coming in, reinvigorate that defense. A new head coach, new quarterback. So yeah, that made sense to go up against. Was Carson Palmer still on the team at then in 2009, or did they move on to Dalton at that point?
I think Dalton was 2011.
Okay, so it's still Carson Palmer. So yeah, that makes sense. 2012 again, still made sense. It was a Jets Patriots. These guys fucking hate each other. And what happens? 28 points. Like they're down 28-0 after the first half. Back-to-back fumble recoveries. And one of them being infamous. Yeah, no one ever talks about that second one. With the kickoff return for the kickoff return fumble, because everyone remembers the butt.
Everyone remembers the butt.
And now everyone will remember, the Jets defense just the rest of the Jets offense just not tackling. Yeah. Not fun to be a Jets fan right now.
No, I wouldn't want to do that. That looks like not fun. All right.
Yes. Nikki, your winners and losers.
My winner is the Colts. How the fuck are they the 7th seed? When did this happen? Who allowed this?
Because they're surprisingly good.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Like Gardner Minshew is leading a team with a winning record.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah,
Like
crazy.
they're not amazing, but they're competent, and they're consistently competent.
Yeah. Like they're beating the teams that they need to, and granted, the teams that they have beaten are the Buccaneers, the Patriots in Germany in that war crime of a game, the Panthers. Let's see here, the Titans. They beat the Ravens in overtime. That's pretty good, and the Texans.
Yeah.
So there's a couple good teams in there.
Yeah.
So.
I forgot how I'm just looking ahead how easy their schedule is coming up.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, I think they're
like
only
the rest.
Their only real worry is the Steelers, right?
Yeah, the rest of the way they've got the Titans, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Falcons, the Raiders, and the Texans in the last week.
Yeah.
So that's 2 difficult games in there with the Texans.
Yeah,
But they're also fighting for a playoff spot with the Broncos, who have an equally as easy schedule.
Yeah, like a lot of the teams that are fighting for that in that 6 to 10 range of the AFC, like going for those last couple wild card spots, like they've got cakewalk schedules. So like I wouldn't be shocked if like the 7th seed in the AFC is like 11-6 somehow.
Yeah, the only team that doesn't have a cakewalk schedule is the Bills.
Oh, how sad for them.
Yeah,
I could see the Bills being like missing out on the playoffs, and they're like 10 and like they're 10 and 8, 10 and 7. 10 wins basically. Like they miss out because the 7th seed has won like either 10 or 11 games, which would be amazing because that means that division is stacked.
Well, the conference is
The conference, not division.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about the AFC East. No, that the conference is just that middle part, just vying for those last 3. I shouldn't say last 3. The last 2 wild card spots. They're going to be gone forever because it's pretty much a lock for either the Steelers or the Ravens to get into the playoffs right at this point. So it's just a matter of like who's going to get those 2 bottom spots because because at this point the Browns are on the decline because they have no quarterback. The Bengals are out because they lost their quarterback. The Bills are a giant question mark. So who's going to take over the AFC South and the Broncos?
Here's the thing. There are 6 teams that are either at 7 or 6 wins, which are those are your wild card teams.
Right, I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how many there are, and there's crazy that any of them could like go on a hot streak and win, and which oddly enough is surprising to say about the damn Broncos.
Bring it all back.
5 weeks ago, they were 1-5.
Mm-hmm.
And
now they are not.
Yep. They beat the Packers, and all of a sudden they're all high and mighty.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, by the way, who's your loser for the week?
Do I dare say the Texans? Because I feel like they're starting to slip.
I wouldn't.
I put
well,
that more
actually
on the
no. Actually no, because like they're not slipping as much as I thought they were. So never mind. Nix the Texans.
Nah, that's more on
See,
the
this is why I never come prepared for this shit.
I put that more on the refs than them.
May I put a suggestion to you?
Sure.
The Vikings.
Maybe it does sort of like I don't want to like say that the Josh Dobbs fun ride is dead after one bad week, But man, that was a bad week, and they got bodied by the fucking Bears of all teams. Bears are actually kind of starting to look good. Someone help me. This is how I get hurt.
As I've said, the Bears have a Bears need, like, all we really need is a decent O-line, and we're gonna be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get
and maybe one more receiver.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I'm saying, if we can get that O-line, even our team
specifically
now would be
the interior of the O-line, because Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright, I feel like those two could be our left and right tackle of the next decade. Those two are killing it. It's the inside of the line that's killing us.
Yeah, let's have a look at the big board on. Yeah, you inspired me to look at the big board because, well, unfortunately, the top inside interior line you're not going to get until like round 2.
That's fine, because we can just trade. That's usually when you get interior offensive linemen anyway.
Well, AVT went 17th in 2021,
mm-hmm.
and he's like,
yeah, how'd that work out for you?
He's good. He just keeps getting injured. That's the problem. So yeah,
right.
As long as he stays healthy, he's good.
Sure, yeah.
And here's the thing: we have 2 first-round picks at 1 and 4.
Yeah, I've been telling anybody who will listen, take Marvin Harrison Jr. at number 1 overall. Don't overthink this, and then trade number 4 down, recoup some of those picks that we lost to get Montez Sweat, and build up from there.
So I believe that concludes our winners and losers. A little bit longer than usual since we're kind of mixing in, connecting to what's going on. But this week we are back to buys. Oh fuck me, 6 teams again.
This is some ass.
God damn it. Okay, so this week Ravens, Bills, Raiders, Bears, Vikings, and Giants all on a bye week because someone hates all the OCD people.
Mm-hmm. To be fair,
at least it's all the shit teams.
I was just about to say there's only one good team in this bunch, and it's the Ravens. So, are we missing out on that much? I think we've seen enough bad football for a while.
Yeah, probably.
It's kind of crazy. The amount of bad football that we've seen over the last couple of weeks makes me genuinely wonder why more people aren't watching the USFL, because it's basically the same talent level.
Speaking of that talent level, let's start off with Thursday game. Seahawks taking on the Cowboys. Seahawks.
Okay, these teams are kind of good.
Well, Seahawks kind of got bodied by the 49ers at home. So,
sure, but it's the 49ers at home.
But no. The Seahawks were home.
Oh, balls.
Yes, that's why I say that. Meanwhile, the Cowboys. Dak Prescott name in the MVP race? Probably.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how a Cowboys quarterback is not getting the media attention you would expect a Cowboys quarterback to be getting.
Yeah. Well,
why isn't ESPN shoving Dak Prescott down our nuts?
Want my opinion on that?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Dak the player is ungodly. He's kind of boring. He doesn't do anything exciting.
You might be onto something there.
Maybe.
He just plays good football, and just playing good football isn't interesting.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
He puts together the most boringly efficient 280-yard, 3-touchdown games you could imagine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's similar to in basketball, Jokic.
Oh,
He just plays really good basketball, and the only time people complain is when he's in the MVP race, because he's won it a lot.
Yeah, but Dak hadn't even won it.
Yeah,
also, it doesn't help his case that he's been whooping on dog shit teams lately.
Very true.
The last 3 games have been against the Commanders, Panthers, and Giants.
Yeah, unfortunately, just looking ahead at their schedule they have left, where's their next hardest game? Where is it? Yeah,
They've got the
yeah,
the rest of the schedule. The rest of the way is the Seahawks, the Eagles, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Lions, and then the Commanders.
yeah, only
That's
one.
a lot of good teams.
Yeah, well, yeah, only one easy game in that entire stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like,
yeah, so if the Cowboys can come away with more of these wins, like going up against the like again, well you said the Eagles, the Bills, and the Dolphins, then I think more people are going to say, okay, yeah, Dak is definitely going to be in the running for the MVP race here.
mm-hmm.
But as of now, it's just a consideration.
Sure.
But overall, I think this is the Cowboys' game to lose because they're at home on a Thursday. They basically it's just a week rest since they also played on Thursday last week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm picking the Cowboys.
Yeah, same. Like, the Seahawks do feel like they're a good tier below the Cowboys, so like
They're in
I
that
think
wild card tier.
yeah, I think that they'll keep it close. The spread on this game is Dallas -9. I think that the Seahawks can keep it within one possession, but don't expect the Cowboys to do to the Seahawks what they did to their last few opponents.
Well, we'll see. All right, next, moving on to the 1:00 games. First off, AFC South matchup: Colts taking on the Titans. Like we said, Colts played really well against the Buccaneers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mhm.
really well against the Buccaneers. Titans played a game against the Panthers.
They should
Technically,
have
yes.
really done a lot better against the Panthers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that honestly should have been Will Levis's like second breakout game, but
Yeah, and it was not.
mm,
Yeah. I'm starting to worry that game might have been a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Like Will Levis just has not been doing it for me ever since then, and I just don't know about this guy.
they should revert back to playing in the Oilers uniforms.
Yes, just make him the Tennessee Oilers, just all the time.
No, send him back to Texas.
Oh my god, dude.
Can Houston comfortably handle two teams? I mean, they're pretty big.
But they would both be in the AFC South.
Yes, but then I'll have a Texan team that I can actually root for.
I don't like the Texans. The Texans aren't bad.
You could probably move them up to. Oh, I was gonna say maybe like San Antonio or Austin.
San Antonio Oilers. Ooh, Austin Oilers does sound kind of cool.
Yeah,
That does sound like a good team name.
All right, an Austin team. I might be able to buy this.
Yeah,
I would buy a Austin Oilers jersey.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you got the A in there for Austin, and you can convert that into the oil well.
Exactly.
The only thing is that you have to probably share a stadium with the Longhorns.
I don't think they'd care.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, that means that means UT gets a renovated stadium.
Exactly.
Yep.
UT would like that.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right, so I think we're all on the Colts, but let me see what the coin says. And yeah, we're all in on the Colts.
All right.
Okay.
Coin's not being a contrarian for once.
Yep. Well, someone unfortunately is going to be a contrarian for this game. Next, oh fuck, this game, Falcons-Jets.
This is gonna be a shit show. I can already tell.
Okay, so Falcons somehow beat the Saints. I don't know.
It's because the Saints are frauds.
Yeah, I guess. Like, Arthur, at this point, the Falcons are lucking their way to wins, and still discovering Bijan Robinson is good. And
Yeah.
we talked, and of course, we talked about the Jets' humiliation on Amazon.
Yeah, I will say I was slightly wrong in my assertion that Tim Boyle would not throw for 100 yards. He technically did.
Well, actually, it was 99, but that's beside the point.
I, he actually did, like, he threw for like 179.
Well, I'm talking about the Hail Mary.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God, what is this? What is either of these teams? Because the Jets are sticking with Tim Boyle, meaning they're tanking. They're just gonna say fuck it, this season's over, even though for some reason Aaron Rodgers is elevated to practice status, even though the season's over.
Because he wants to stay in the spotlight, and this is how he does that. He doesn't even have to do any real work because he knows he's not going to play in an actual game, because by the time they get to week 17, when he'll probably be like when he's saying he'll be ready to play, the Jets will probably be eliminated from the playoffs. So he'll just be like, "Oh, well, I tried."
Yeah.
I'm getting really invested in the fuck this whole Aaron Rodgers attention seeking bullshit, and I am here for it. I like this.
Now,
Now,
you know how I have this ability to call when the Falcons are going to be on their bullshit.
uh-huh.
They're going to be on their bullshit. They're going to lose. I don't know how they'll lose, but they will lose.
They'll find a way.
It is the Falcon way.
I mean, even though the Jets defense is still really good, despite Tyreek and Mostert absolutely running over them. Again, I blame them being tired. Maybe they'll maybe they will put a stop to Desmond Ridder. But I do not have high hopes at all. I'm just curious as to what the actual spread is of this game.
I think it's Falcons -3.
Fuck it, double it.
Give me a second. I will get that answer. Falcons. Where are you? 2.5.
Double it.
Double it.
Yeah, taking the Falcons.
Yeah, you could not pay me to take this Jets team. They are nothing.
I think they honestly have a worse offense than the freaking Panthers at this point.
Dude, you could tell me that the Panthers fired Frank Reich and did not assign an interim, and that they were just going to go into this next game without a head coach, and I would still take that Panthers offense over this Jets offense.
I 100% agree. All right, okay. Jets the coin is also taking the Jets because the Jets the coin likes to be contrarian.
Yep.
All right. Next, okay, let's bring this one up. Lions taking on the Saints. Lions continued to the tradition of losing every single Thanksgiving game since 2016. And the Saints are also frauds.
Yes. Apparently, the Lions are winless for life whenever they're playing on a Thanksgiving game when there is a waxing gibbous moon.
Yes,
which I think is when there's 3/4 of a moon and it's growing, or something like that.
Yes, it's a little bit over. It's 3/4 and getting closer to the full moon.
Yes, whenever they play on Thanksgiving and the moon is like that, they are now 0-13. Now, I'm not one for astrology, but then again, I am a Leo, so we're naturally skeptical. Damn, I thought that joke would land. But yeah, the apparently the Lions are that's just their kryptonite. So,
which is weird because they play during the day.
Yeah, Well, I mean, the moon's energy is like comes through, and I don't fucking know.
They should do
For
it.
an, for an actual statistic this season, the Lions have only beaten one team in over 500.
Yeah, and
That
it's
being a Chiefs team that couldn't catch a cold.
mhm.
And that was week 1.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Lions, kind of like the Cowboys, have been feasting on bad opponents. Luckily for them, the Saints are a bad opponent. Like, they might have the worst coaching staff in the league that has not been fired yet. And yes, I am including the Bears in that conversation.
Mm.
Like the Saints are ass. Like Dennis Allen is terrible, and Carmichael, I forget his first name, but
Pete?
Pete Carmichael, yes,
Yes.
yeah, he might be the worst offensive coordinator in the league. Like they can't do anything on offense, and I believe they are going to be without Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and I think Michael Thomas as well. So their pass catchers are going to be butt cheeks,
Didn't like Olave get like arrested or something?
something like that.
Two things I would like to point out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
These are not big achievements, but well, one thing actually. The Saints did beat the Colts recently. And the Colts
Okay.
are a surprisingly good team.
Sure, I guess. But I'm still not like this the version of the Saints that they're going to be putting on the field does not impress me. So I'm taking the Lions.
But also remember, the Lions did recently nearly lose to the Bears, lost to the Packers, and that's about it. The other two recent games were against the Chargers and the Raiders,
Mm-hmm.
which they nearly lost to the Chargers.
Mm.
Yeah, but the Chargers, like that's how the Chargers lose. Like they don't get blown out. They make you think that they're gonna win for the whole game and then blow it at the end.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm picking the Lions. Nikki, you're
I'm
picking
picking the Saints.
Yeah, and I think Nikki, you're picking the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the coin is picking.
Contrarian.
Yeah, you and the coin are contrarians because they're picking the Saints on this one. All right. Next, this honestly could be a very good game, assuming we don't get ref ball again. Broncos Texans.
These two teams, I believe, are the 8 and the 9 seed in the AFC. So this is basically the battle for like their wild card lives.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would like to throw someone's hat into the ring for MVP.
Yes,
Russell Wilson.
that is a name I legitimately have not heard yet, and like, kinda, yeah.
He's only thrown 4 interceptions the whole season, and he's got over 2,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only reason he's he's only had one really bad game, and that was against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people aren't talking about him for the MVP just because they're still kind of stuck on last season when he was like terror shit.
Mm-hmm. Which is why
I think that we can.
I was gonna say, which is why I think he's actually more of a front runner for comeback player of the year.
That is possible, but DeMar Hamlin.
So last season he was 16 and 11 by the end of the season, touchdowns, interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing amazing. The only thing he doesn't have is the only thing he isn't better at than last season is last season he got an additional 1,400 yards.
But that was across a full season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that number is very easily beaten. I'm just saying at the moment he doesn't have it.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And I don't see him throwing another 7 interceptions. Well, 8 interceptions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. This feels like.
No, you go first.
I was going to move on to a different point, so you can go ahead and finish out this point.
All right. Well, I mean, besides Derek Stingley Jr., can't really think of anything like the Broncos having much of an issue with that secondary.
Sure.
I mean, the real issue is going to be that front seven going to be able to if they're going to be able to stop the run and get at the quarterback.
Yeah, the Broncos have apparently been like killing the run game lately, so that's something.
Yeah,
Broncos are going to win this game.
Yeah,
part of me is just screaming like, "Take the Texans," because it's just like it feels like if the Texans are going to have any shot at making the playoffs right now, they need to win this game and get on a run. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to take the Texans. I'll take the upset.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going to pull me from last week.
Sure.
All right. That's fair. They're at home. That's not a bad pick. All right. Next, team of sad sacks. Chargers Patriots.
Patriots fucking suck.
Yeah, and the Chargers aren't much better. Like, the Chargers have the same number of wins as the Giants.
They also have the same number of wins as the Jets.
That's sad.
But New England only has 2 wins.
Yes.
That is true.
New England bad. This is true.
Yeah, this is we are officially in early 90s Patriots mode.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah, and I think that Mac Jones might be benched for good because apparently Bailey Zappi and Malik Cunningham took all of the first team reps for quarterback this week in practice, and Mac Jones was standing behind them both.
Yeah.
So Mac Jones might be Dunyan rings.
I just looked at the Patriots' schedule for the rest of the season. Oh.
Yeah, it's not
Tell me
good.
more.
Chargers this week, Steelers next, Chiefs, Broncos, Bills, Jets.
Delicious.
Yeah, they might actually. I hate to say it, but they might actually lose out.
I could see them going 0-6.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's saying a lot when their last opponent is the fucking Jets.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe that's why freaking Rodgers is trying to make a comeback. He wants to come back for that last game of the season just so he can stick it to the Patriots.
Like
that would be really nice.
That would be hilarious.
That would be like
I might be on board for that.
That would be the Jets Super Bowl this year. Like it's not going to be ending the undefeated streak of the Eagles. Not going to be week 1 going against the Bills. It's Aaron Rodgers coming back and beating the Patriots for the Jets for the first time since 2015.
Freaking,
I am
freaking like it looks like he's not going to come back, and then like you all of a sudden you hear glass shatter and he comes out to Stone Cold's music.
I am all for that. I am all for that.
I have turned a corner.
Week 18 to beat the Patriots.
You know what? If I was going to pick any theme song to represent Aaron Rodgers, it would actually be LA Knight's theme.
LA Knight. That would be pretty cool, and it would like be huge for the dude. But yeah, okay. I have turned a corner. Come back, Aaron.
That was quick.
Yes. So we all in on.
I just needed to be talked into it.
Yeah. So we all in on the Chargers.
Oh fuck yeah! Like this.
Yeah.
Like they keep trying to bench Mac Jones for Bailey Zappi, but I'm not convinced they aren't the same dude. I mean, have you ever seen Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi in the same room at the same time?
I thought so, but then again, it might have been just Mac Jones looking in the mirror.
Yeah, I was about to say it might just be an elaborate collection of mirrors.
All right.
Anyway.
All right. Next, Super Bowl 40. I'm trying to remember what the number here. Super Bowl 43 rematch. Yes, 43 rematch. Cardinals Steelers.
Cardinals stuck. Steelers going Super Bowl.
Dallas got Super Bowl. They got rid of Matt Canada. Oh, look, 400 yards of offense.
First
That
time,
is hilarious.
by the way, first time since Matt Canada was hired that has happened.
Yeah, you know Matt Canada was sitting on his couch watching this game being like, they could do that? Huh. Wonder what was holding them back.
He's looking at the game like, who the fuck is Pat Fryermuth?
He was on our team? Did we
There,
trade for him? That's
there
weird.
is currently many drunk Yinzers.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, saying a drunk Yinzer is like saying like a
The
ginger
Atlantic
with
is
red
a tad
hair.
moist.
Like that's kind of redundant.
Yeah, I'm just still waiting for Yinzer mode to be activated. It's probably not going to be activated until maybe week 15, maybe 16.
Once the Steelers clinch playoff.
Then Yinzer mode activated.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Which honestly,
yeah.
which with the division they're in, might be the last week.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, okay. So they've still got to like they don't have to worry about the Bengals because they've got a backup quarterback. The Browns are about to be starting Joe goddamn Flacco, which is
I just looked at the Raven. So Ravens and Steelers are going to be like 1 and 2 in that division, right? We can agree on that.
Yeah, more than likely.
I just looked at the Ravens' schedules. Oh boy, they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Jags, 49ers, Dolphins, Steelers on the last week.
Yeah, no, it's not an easy schedule going in.
No.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Steelers or the Steelers' rest of their schedule. They've got the Cardinals, the Patriots, the Colts, the Bengals, the Seahawks, and the Ravens. That's not a hard schedule. Especially the next 4 weeks.
That's a cakewalk.
Comparatively.
Yeah. Like the Steelers could legitimately be 11-4 in 4 weeks.
Yep.
They could they could win the division, if not maybe be the number 1 seed if they win out.
Yeah, like
Ravens needed more wins earlier on in the season.
Right.
What a redemption story that would be. Like literally all they had to do was get rid of Matt Canada.
Yep.
So I guess
that's why
true
I
what they
believe
say.
we're all picking the Steelers, right?
Steelers go Super Bowl, but Coin says Cardinals get their revenge.
That'd be neat. I mean, Kyler is back and he is doing Kyler things, so that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, but then again, they get that shit stomped in by the Rams.
Um.
All right. Okay, next, Dolphins taking on the Commanders. Dolphins, they did Dolphins things against the Jets, but they did get cursed by the curse wheel because they did lose Jalen Phillips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that ACL went pop.
Yeah, and honestly, it wasn't even like he just stepped wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, he just stepped wrong, and then I will never get used to seeing those videos of you being able to actually see the tendon go snap.
Yep, snap and then roll up the leg.
No.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, stop that.
Hell, I
stop that human body.
Yeah. I don't even blame the turf on that. He just hyperextended then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm still gonna.
It was probably a touch tight. Right? And went from being if I remember correctly, wasn't it the first play not first play of the game, but first play of that series of plays?
That was third.
Probably.
That was third quarter, I think it was.
But I'm more saying that drive.
You might have been. If I recall that, I think it was the. Oh no, that was early in the fourth quarter is when I recalled that happening. The Achilles went snap. Meanwhile, Commanders, they got rid of Jack Del Rio after that embarrassment against the Cowboys. Ain't gonna help.
Yeah, they got rid of Jack Del Rio, and I wouldn't be shocked if Ron Rivera's next.
He's gone by
this team.
Yeah. He's gone by the
This
end
team
of the
is ready to fall apart. Miami is favored by 9.5. Double it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Like this game is going to be an atrocity. Like the Dolphins are going to score at will on these guys.
Yep.
Yeah, the coin is selected the commies. I don't know, and I put next to it why.
It must know something we don't.
You
it
know what?
knows nothing.
Wait a minute. Did they fix the plumbing yet? Did they have hot water yet?
Think?
That's why. Okay, there you go. That's the reason they're gonna win.
Cold
Yeah.
water
Yes, cold water.
in winter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, they have no hot water in FedEx.
That doesn't help either team.
Whatever. Anyway, let's move on to the 4 o'clock game. Starting off with probably a game that should be in the 1 o'clock games. Panthers Buccaneers.
Yeah. Why is this in the afternoon slots? This feels like the kind of game that we would ship over to Germany.
Yeah, honestly, this should be swapped out with the Lions Saints game. So yeah, Panthers still tanking. They got rid of Frank Reich. Once again, still not helping. Buccaneers.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't feel like it was that much of a problem because, like, yeah, Frank Reich has not
The
like the
team
offense
is
hasn't
just
been great.
bad.
Yeah, like who could win with this team? Like I'm just looking at these pieces. Adam Thielen is like 40 years old and their number one receiver.
Yeah.
Like, how is anybody going to do that?
Mm-hmm.
So we all agree that the Buccaneers are going to win this game because not because they're good, but because the Panthers are that bad, right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
And the Bucks are favored by 5, by the way.
No, double that.
Double.
Yep, double that.
Oh, actually, you know what? 1.5.
Double the double.
No, 1.5 that because there are some studs on the Panthers defense.
Sure.
I'll go 1.5.
Still got Brian.
Yep. All right, next. Oh, look, everyone is going to be focused in on this game. 49ers Eagles rematch.
Man, whoever's
sorry, good.
Yeah. Whoever's going to get stuck with the Buccaneers Panthers game, I feel so bad for them.
Oh, I'm stuck with the next game because where I live.
Oh wait, hang on. Actually, I'm looking at the games like where they're going to be broadcast. Like the CBS game is going to be Panthers Bucks, and the Fox game is going to be either Eagles 49ers or Browns Rams. So basically, you have the option to either watch 49ers Eagles or Panthers Bucks. That Panthers Bucks game is going to do like 100,000 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
If it's lucky.
Like, who would willingly watch that game over this one?
Over any game.
Yeah.
Sure. But over this one, though.
Yeah, honestly, it's worse for me because where my location is, I'm stuck with two bad games. I have Cardinals. I'm gonna have Cardinals Steelers instead of Broncos Texans, and I'm getting Browns Rams instead of 49ers Eagles. Because I want to watch the 49ers game. Damn it!
So I think the 49ers is going to end the Eagles' winning streak.
I don't.
Eagles? Do you still think the Eagles are the best team despite them winning close?
Yeah, like the Eagles bring it against good opponents. So I think the Eagles are going to do it.
All right. I don't know. Like, I feel like the 49ers are only starting to get hot now, and they're also really damn healthy. So I'm gonna maybe a healthier team is gonna fare better against the Eagles. I'm picking the 49ers, and so is the coin.
All right, so I'm going to be the contrarian and take the Eagles.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't quite feel like that's necessarily a contrarian move because the Eagles are a very good team.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah.
Okay, next, the game that I'm going to be end up getting, Browns-Rams.
Rams
Yeesh.
suck.
They do. And they're about to start Joe Flacco.
Ugh.
So we're all taking the Rams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams. They showed up and proved that Kyron Williams is him.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying this. This team is a competently ran team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the
there's not many, but there's a few teams that are just competently run.
Yes.
Right.
Browns are not one of them.
No.
Yeah.
Kinda never have been. That's almost their gimmick.
Literally factory of sadness.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like if you're still having to rely on Joe Flacco to be your franchise savior,
find a new one.
Yes.
Be afraid.
Start looking elsewhere.
Matt Ryan is right there.
Next game.
All right. Yes. Next, Sunday Night Football. Chiefs taking on the Packers in Lambeau. Packers look at coming away with an upset against the Lions on Thanksgiving. Chiefs, a little scary in the first quarter, but they realize, oh right, we can score points. And also our
hey,
defense.
who's this new receiver who can actually catch passes? Oh, his name is Rashee Rice. Throw them the ball more.
Yes. Also, their defense is pretty good. Just good.
Their defense is pretty good.
Yeah, not much to say there. This could be an interesting game. I'm definitely I might be able to. You know what? I think I have to look at my schedule for the week though. But I believe oh crap! It's either this week or the following week that I'm back at my normal schedule. But yeah, I might be able to watch this game. Maybe not in full, but at least up to halftime. But yeah, this could be a fun game. If Jordan Love can stay in rhythm, I think this could be an offensive matchup.
Yeah. I think that there is something there, and I think that that if Jordan Love can keep this going, maybe he does have some staying power with this team. But for right now, I think the Chiefs are too good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Yeah.
So we're all in the Chiefs, but the coin is part of the Grossi posse. They're picking the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and finally, Monday Night Football. We got a battle of the kitties. Only one of them is kind of limping. Bengals taking on the Jaguars. Jaguars are good. There's no way.
The Jags are finally starting to get their shit together.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they did get a little more help from the refs in that game, but yeah, Jaguars are starting to come through.
Wait a second.
What?
The Jaguars were the victim of the curse this week.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did see that, but then I'm
taking the Bengals.
Jeez.
Either the Bengals are gonna win, or something terrible is gonna happen to the Jaguars.
Oh God, I don't want to. I have theories, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep them in my head.
Trevor Lawrence is gonna lose his hair.
No.
He's like Samson. He's gonna lose all his strength.
I was gonna say
dislocated pinky toe.
The pinky toe. Why that specifically?
Dislocated hair.
No.
I don't know.
Oh no! Even worse one. Travis Etienne pulls a Thurman Thomas and forgets his helmet.
I don't think that's possible these days.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't have been possible back then, but
Here's the thing. If you recall, this was again the what do you call it? The Super Bowl against Washington. So
mm-hmm.
the story behind this incident. So what Thurman Thomas would normally do is they would line up on the I think it was like on the 50-yard line just before the what you call it? I think just before the national anthem. So the guy sings national anthem, big parade, big thing, and then it goes, and then everything clears out. The thing that also got cleared out was Thurman Thomas's helmet. So like he couldn't find his helmet. So the first set of plays, he was not available because he couldn't find the dang helmet because the grounds crew cleaned it up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my prediction. ETN loses his helmet because someone accidentally picked it up and put it somewhere else.
Well.
Anyway, Jags win.
Yep, I'm picking the Jaguars. Let's see how the coin selects, and they are picking the Jaguars. Okay. All right.
And I'm assuming, Nikki, you are also picking.
No, he's picking the Bengals because of the curse.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm being legit. I'm taking the Bengals.
Don't.
The wheel does not lie.
Well, the wheel kind of lied this past week, but that was more towards
Yeah, but the only times that it hasn't resulted in a loss, it has resulted in a catastrophic season-ending injury. So you better hope I'm right.
Anyway, don't forget to click off Nikki on the.
Oh yes, thank you.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. So that pretty much concludes NFL predictions this week. We're finally getting into December. We only got after this we only have 4 more weeks left. God, it feels weird to say that because basketball and hockey is finally kicking up. We got the championship games for football coming up, as well as the following week should be the Army Navy game. Hopefully, we should be able to watch that, depending on what channel it is. By the way, Air Force is kicking butt.
Dude, the Air Force is killing it this year.
Yeah, I think they're the only. Yeah, I think they're low ranked, but they are ranked this year.
This will be my next week. Will be my last week until next year.
Oh, I see. So will you be back for week? Was it 16? Sorry, week 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could make week 17, but that's up to 1,000 different. That's more up to if you guys are up to recording something there, or if we're just gonna post something. I'm flying down to visit family on the 14th, which means there's a high likelihood that I will miss week 15.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because if we were doing, basically, I'll be flying down in 2 weeks today.
Gotcha. Okay. So all right. So same day as Indigo Disc.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Which I'm hoping I can download onto my Switch before I get on the plane, so that way I can play it on the plane.
That should be doable. Yeah, I think Nikki and I can hold down the fort until January.
I'll still be able to post who I think will win and such on the sheet.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for the heads up, and we will see you guys next time.
Later.
Bye.